just got off the phone with Cummings West in Arcata. They'll be sending out a scout vehicle at 1 o'clock, which is about an hour and a half from now. And they'll get into replacing the starter motor, the ground strap, and potentially the ignition wire up front. And after that, we'll be rolling again. We had a nice conversation with Scott Witt at Virginia Truck Center. They've agreed to take care of this oversight of the ground strap that probably caused all this. Anyway, we'll get it fixed and we'll be back on the road with no harm, no foul, other than missing a few appointments. But it's all in the training. That's what this is all about. We're learning how to maintain a disaster relief vehicle, and they break down, and sometimes not even the best mechanics get it always right, and we keep chasing those problems until they're fixed. That's part of it. So we're chasing this last problem until it's fixed. Be on the road to Visalia. See you Saturday the 20th of July, and then our next appointment will be it's Chicago, August 12th, the Warrior Summit. I think that's the next event that's scheduled, but we could put some more in between, so get a hold of us. You can check us out at our webpage, unitedpeacerelief.ning.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, The Green Veteran. After that, we look forward to seeing you. All right. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour of our fueling system. We collect our own grease from restaurant waste bats, and we pump it out with this pump right here. You can see the size and girth of it. We can get pretty much as much oil as we need pretty quickly. Keep the tubes in a pump so we don't lose any, make a mess. And cheesecloth and our fillers that put it into the oil, into the tanks here. Then of course goes into these two tanks. We fill, then we heat it with our engine coolant, runs through here, goes through the oil and heats that up with our engine temperature. Once we're at 180 degrees, we could turn it on, and it feeds the engine from that filter into the valves underneath the floor here. And this tank feeds that tank, which is got a gas gauge on it that tells me how much fuel we have up front, and the vacuum gauge tells me how hard this filter is working. So I could fill it from the cockpit. I could fill this tank from that tank, and with this pump here, I could fill from these two tanks. I could fill that tank. So that's how we circulate the fuel and filter it. We also have a screen that's in here that we could filter to get any kind of debris out of it first before it goes into these tanks. We're soon going to add centrifuges. Say that 3 times fast. We're going to add centrifuges to those collection tanks so we can clean the oil and polish it before we put it into that tank. So these, there's 2 of them. They'll be mounted on here, and the pump will be putting oil through it, and then into the tank will go the cleaned oil, and it'll collect the oil. The debris gets caught up in this bowl, and we clean this bowl out every 15-20 minutes or so. So those will get mounted there pretty soon. And that's pretty much how the fuel system works. We also, while we're here, we also got LED floodlights that put on the roof, so we have our low watt fob lighting to light up the whole parking lot. We had to use a generator in Hurricane Sandy, and that went through 20 gallons 5 gallons of fuel a day, and that's not good when you're getting rationed for fuel and you're just lighting stuff up. We'll be able to do that with solar and other stuff, batteries, that sort of thing. Speaking about solar and batteries, here is the solar system that we have right now from Goal Zero. It's the refrigerator that keeps our food chilled, and we hope to add some more of that stuff so we can add more, well, for instance, powering the LED lights. It'd be good to have those generated by solar, so it's totally off the grid and no fuel needed. Alright, so that's the tour of the bus. Oh, quick shout out for satellite internet. This is going on the roof, and the Motosat will give us the ability to have communications anywhere we go. We just stop the bus, it goes up and looks for the sun, the satellites, locks on, we get internet, and in any disaster we don't have to worry about power on the ground or communications on the ground to be able to get our stuff done. So, lessons learned, technology applied. Talk to you soon.
Hey, it's me, I'm Intel. Bye. Alright, the buckle is way down here on the floor. And that armrest does come up. You need to move.
Well, apparently we're getting a special treatment and they're putting it right into the shop. So we just drove it straight in here. And you can unload and we'll be getting to work on it. Nice. Nice coming home. Thank you, Cummings West. Thank you, Virginia Truck Center. You really stepped up. Thank you.